Every single year, over 12 million sea urchins are carefully cultivated and processed in specialized American facilities, producing premium uni that commands prices exceeding $150 per pound in elite Japanese sushi markets. These spiny marine creatures, once considered nothing more than destructive pests by coastal fishermen, have transformed into one of the most valuable and sought-after delicacies in the global seafood industry. But how exactly do these seemingly simple invertebrates become the crown jewel of high-end Japanese cuisine? What revolutionary farming techniques have made it possible to cultivate millions of these delicate creatures in controlled environments? And why are sushi chefs willing to pay astronomical prices for the perfect golden roe that lies hidden beneath their protective spines? Welcome back to AgriCraft, where we dive deep into the most innovative corners of modern agriculture and cutting-edge food production. I'm your host, and today we're exploring the extraordinary world of sea urchin farming and processing, an industry that has revolutionized both marine aquaculture and luxury food markets. From the sophisticated breeding programs that produce the highest quality specimens to the precision processing facilities that extract and preserve the precious uni within, we'll uncover every fascinating detail of this remarkable agricultural transformation. All will be revealed in this video. Sea urchin farming represents one of the most technically challenging and economically rewarding sectors in modern marine aquaculture, a field that has pushed the boundaries of what scientists once thought possible in controlled cultivation. The purple sea urchin, scientifically known as Strongylocentrotus purpuratus, along with its close relatives, remained largely unexploited for commercial cultivation until researchers in the Pacific Northwest discovered their potential for intensive farming in the late 1990s. The transformation of sea urchins from wild harvested marine pests to premium aquaculture products reads like a modern agricultural miracle. In their natural environment, sea urchins are often considered destructive grazers that can devastate kelp forests and other marine ecosystems. However, when raised in controlled environments with proper nutrition and management, these same creatures produce the creamy, buttery gonads known as uni that Japanese cuisine has elevated to an art form. What makes farmed uni so extraordinary compared to wild-caught specimens is the level of control farmers can exercise over flavor, texture, and consistency. Wild sea urchins feed on whatever vegetation they encounter, resulting in uni that can vary dramatically in taste, color, and quality. Farmed sea urchins receive carefully formulated diets that produce uni with consistent golden color, creamy texture, and the sweet oceanic flavor that sushi masters demand for their most prestigious preparations. The economic potential of sea urchin farming became apparent when early commercial operations demonstrated that premium farmed uni could command prices that were 5 to 10 times higher than wild-caught products. This price differential reflects not only the superior quality of farmed uni, but also the reliability of supply that commercial farming provides. Japanese sushi restaurants, accustomed to paying premium prices for consistency and quality, embraced farmed American uni as a dependable source for their most exclusive offerings. The United States currently produces approximately 8 million pounds of farmed sea urchins annually, with operations concentrated in Maine, California, Washington, and Alaska. This production represents a remarkable achievement considering that commercial sea urchin farming was virtually non-existent just 20 years ago. The rapid growth of this industry demonstrates how innovative thinking and advanced technology can create entirely new agricultural sectors that serve global luxury markets. International competition in sea urchin farming has emerged primarily from Japan, Norway, and Chile, each developing unique approaches to cultivation and processing. However, American operations maintain significant advantages through proximity to major markets, advanced research capabilities, and the ability to serve both domestic and export customers with fresh products. The American sea urchin industry has positioned itself at the premium end of the market, where quality and consistency command the highest prices. The journey of premium uni begins in highly specialized hatchery facilities that represent the pinnacle of marine breeding technology and scientific innovation. These operations start with carefully selected broodstock that undergo rigorous evaluation for growth rate, gonad quality, and reproductive performance. The selection process for sea urchin broodstock involves detailed analysis of genetic markers, growth characteristics, and the ability to produce offspring with superior commercial traits. Sea urchin broodstock are maintained in sophisticated life support systems that replicate optimal ocean conditions while providing complete environmental control. These breeding systems utilize advanced filtration technology, including protein skimmers, biological filters, and UV sterilization that maintain pristine water quality essential for successful reproduction. The water temperature must be maintained within narrow ranges specific to each species, typically between 55 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit for optimal spawning. The breeding process for sea urchins involves complex environmental manipulation that triggers spawning events and ensures optimal fertilization rates. Spawning can be induced through temperature changes, injection of potassium chloride solution, or exposure to gametes from other individuals. The timing of spawning induction is critical, as it must coincide with optimal egg and sperm maturity to achieve maximum fertilization success. During spawning events, female sea urchins can release over 20 million eggs, while males produce billions of sperm. The spawning process typically occurs in the evening and can last several hours as individuals release their gametes into the water column. Spawning tanks are equipped with gentle circulation systems that ensure proper mixing of eggs and sperm while preventing damage to these delicate reproductive cells. Fertilization rates in well-managed sea urchin breeding programs typically exceed 90%, with fertilized eggs beginning development immediately after fertilization. The early embryonic development occurs rapidly in the controlled temperature conditions, with first cell division occurring within 2 hours and continued development producing free-swimming larvae within 48 hours. Quality control during fertilization involves microscopic examination to monitor development rates and identify any abnormal embryos. The larval stage of sea urchin development represents one of the most fascinating and challenging aspects of marine aquaculture. Sea urchin larvae, called pluteus larvae, are completely unlike their adult forms and require specialized care and nutrition to survive and develop. These transparent, microscopic creatures must be maintained in large volumes of carefully filtered seawater with specific algal foods that provide the nutrition needed for growth and metamorphosis. Larval rearing systems utilize massive tanks holding tens of thousands of gallons of seawater that is continuously filtered and sterilized to prevent bacterial contamination. The larval diet consists primarily of cultured marine algae, including species like Rhodomonas and Isocrasis, that provide essential nutrients for larval development. These algal cultures must be maintained separately and harvested daily to provide fresh food for the developing larvae. The larval period for sea urchins typically lasts 6 to 8 weeks, during which the pluteus larvae undergo remarkable transformation through several developmental stages. Throughout this period, water quality parameters must be monitored constantly, with any deviation from optimal conditions potentially resulting in massive larval mortality. Temperature control, dissolved oxygen levels, and bacterial counts require continuous monitoring and adjustment to ensure successful development. Metamorphosis from larval to juvenile form represents a critical transition that requires precise timing and environmental conditions. The larvae must be provided with appropriate settlement substrates where they can attach and begin their transformation into miniature sea urchins. Settlement plates made from specially textured materials are placed in larval tanks when the pluteus larvae reach competency for metamorphosis. Newly metamorphosed juvenile sea urchins measure less than 1 millimeter in diameter and are incredibly vulnerable to environmental stress and predation. These tiny juveniles must be carefully transferred to specialized nursery systems that provide protection while allowing access to appropriate foods. The nursery phase typically lasts 3 to 6 months as juveniles grow from microscopic size to approximately 1 centimeter in diameter. Nursery systems for juvenile sea urchins utilize shallow raceways or tank systems with controlled water flow and specialized substrates that provide both attachment sites and food sources. The juveniles feed primarily on biofilms and small algae that grow on tank surfaces, supplemented with finely ground algal feeds and other nutritional supplements. Water quality management during the nursery phase requires the same precision as larval rearing, with continuous monitoring and filtration to maintain optimal conditions. The transition from nursery to grow-out facilities marks the beginning of the production phase, where juvenile sea urchins are grown to market size under intensive management. Grow-out systems for sea urchins utilize a variety of approaches, including land-based tank systems, suspended cage systems in coastal waters, and integrated multi-trophic aquaculture systems that combine sea urchin cultivation with other marine species. Land-based grow-out facilities typically utilize large circular tanks or rectangular raceways with sophisticated life support systems that maintain optimal water quality while providing space for thousands of growing sea urchins. These systems incorporate advanced biological filtration, protein removal, and water treatment technology that allows for intensive production while minimizing environmental impact. The recirculating technology enables precise control of temperature, dissolved oxygen, and nutrient levels throughout the growth period. Ocean-based cultivation systems utilize suspended cages or net pens that allow sea urchins to grow in natural seawater while providing protection from predators and environmental extremes. These systems take advantage of natural water movement and temperature regulation while allowing farmers to control stocking density and feeding programs. Ocean-based systems typically produce faster growth rates due to the natural food sources and optimal water conditions available in marine environments. The feeding program for growing sea urchins represents a sophisticated blend of nutritional science and practical aquaculture management. Sea urchins are natural grazers that consume a variety of plant materials, but achieving optimal growth and gonad development requires carefully formulated diets that provide specific nutrients in precise ratios. Commercial sea urchin feeds typically include kelp meal, fish meal, soybean meal, and specialized vitamin and mineral supplements. Kelp cultivation has become an integral component of many sea urchin farming operations, providing both a natural food source and an additional revenue stream. Sugar kelp, bull kelp, and other species are grown specifically for sea urchin feed, with harvesting timed to provide optimal nutritional content. The kelp is processed through chopping, drying, and pelleting operations that create convenient feed formats while preserving nutritional value. Feeding schedules for sea urchins typically involve daily or every other day feeding, with feed amounts adjusted based on water temperature, urchin size, and growth targets. Automated feeding systems distribute measured amounts of feed across grow-out tanks, while monitoring systems track feed consumption and adjust delivery rates accordingly. Proper feeding is critical not only for growth, but also for developing the high-quality gonads that determine market value. Growth monitoring in sea urchin operations involves regular sampling and measurement of test diameter, weight, and gonad development. Unlike many aquaculture species, sea urchins cannot be easily handled for measurement, so sampling involves sacrifice of representative individuals to assess population growth and gonad quality. This monitoring data guides feeding programs, harvest timing, and facility management decisions. Environmental conditions in grow-out facilities must be carefully managed to optimize both growth rate and gonad quality. Water temperature affects metabolism and growth rate, with optimal ranges varying by species and season. Dissolved oxygen levels must be maintained above saturation to support the high metabolic demands of intensive cultivation, while pH and alkalinity require monitoring to ensure optimal shell development and overall health. The grow-out period for sea urchins typically ranges from 18 months to 3 years depending on species, target size, and market requirements. Most commercial operations harvest sea urchins when they reach test diameters of 2 to 3 inches, which corresponds to optimal gonad development and market value. The timing of harvest is critical, as gonad quality can vary seasonally and with reproductive cycles. When sea urchins reach market size and optimal gonad condition, the harvest process becomes a careful balance of efficiency and quality preservation. Unlike many aquaculture species, sea urchins cannot be held out of water for extended periods, making rapid processing essential for maintaining product quality. The harvest process typically begins early in the morning when water temperatures are cool and metabolic stress is minimized. Pre-harvest evaluation involves sampling representative individuals to assess gonad quality, size, and overall condition. This evaluation determines whether the population is ready for harvest and helps predict processing yields and market grades. Only populations with optimal gonad development proceed to full harvest, while others may be held for additional growing time to improve quality and value. The actual harvest process varies depending on the cultivation system, with land-based operations using nets and specialized collection equipment, while ocean-based systems require diving operations or mechanical harvesting devices. Regardless of the method, harvested sea urchins must be kept alive and in good condition during collection and transport to processing facilities. Specialized containers with aerated seawater maintain optimal conditions during the harvest and transport process. Transportation from farm to processing facility requires careful attention to temperature control, water quality, and handling procedures that minimize stress and mortality. Sea urchins are transported in insulated containers with chilled seawater and backup aeration systems to ensure survival during the journey. The transport time from harvest to processing typically does not exceed 4 hours to maintain optimal product quality. Upon arrival at the processing plant, sea urchins undergo initial quality inspection and sorting procedures that separate individuals by size, condition, and quality grade. This sorting process ensures that only premium quality urchins proceed to the main processing operations, while substandard individuals are diverted to alternative markets or processing streams. Quality inspection includes visual examination of shell condition, size measurement, and testing for responsiveness and overall vitality. The processing plant environment represents a pinnacle of food safety technology and hygiene standards specifically designed for handling live marine products. Workers enter through multiple sanitization stations that include hand washing systems, boot disinfection, and protective clothing requirements. The processing floor maintains temperatures between 40 and 50 degrees Fahrenheit, with high humidity control systems that keep sea urchins in optimal condition throughout processing. Primary processing operations begin with careful cleaning and preparation procedures that remove any debris, parasites, or damaged spines from the sea urchin shells. This cleaning process uses specialized brushes and filtered seawater to maintain shell integrity while ensuring product cleanliness. The cleaning stations are equipped with magnifying equipment that allows workers to identify and remove any defects that could affect product quality or safety. The opening process for sea urchins requires exceptional skill and precision due to the delicate nature of the gonad tissue that represents the final product. Skilled processors use specialized cutting tools to create precise circular cuts around the oral surface of the sea urchin, allowing access to the internal cavity without damaging the valuable gonads. Master processors can open a sea urchin and extract the gonads in under 30 seconds while maintaining perfect presentation and maximizing yield. Gonad extraction represents the most critical phase of sea urchin processing, requiring techniques that preserve the delicate texture and appearance that determines market value. The 5 lobes of gonad tissue must be carefully removed using specialized spoons and gentle handling techniques that avoid breaking or damaging the delicate structures. Each gonad lobe is individually inspected for quality, color, and texture before being approved for premium markets. Quality control during gonad extraction involves multiple inspection points that evaluate color, texture, size, and overall appearance. Premium uni displays a bright golden to orange color with firm, creamy texture and no signs of damage or discoloration. Quality control technicians use standardized grading systems that classify gonads into different market grades based on these visual and textural characteristics. Industrial machines used in large-scale sea urchin processing include automated washing systems, conveyor belts for moving product through different processing stages, and specialized extraction tools that improve efficiency while maintaining quality standards. However, the delicate nature of uni processing means that most operations remain largely manual, with skilled workers performing the critical extraction and grading operations that determine final product value. The cleaning and preparation of extracted gonads involves gentle washing in chilled, filtered seawater to remove any shell fragments, digestive material, or other contaminants. This washing process must be performed carefully to avoid damaging the delicate gonad tissue while ensuring complete cleanliness. Specialized washing stations with controlled water flow and temperature provide optimal conditions for this critical preparation step. Grading and sorting of processed uni occurs immediately after extraction and cleaning, with experienced graders evaluating each piece for size, color, texture, and overall quality. The grading process utilizes standardized criteria that classify uni into premium, choice, and standard grades that command different market prices. Premium grades display perfect color, firm texture, and large uniform size that meets the exacting standards of high-end Japanese restaurants. Packaging operations for uni require specialized systems designed specifically for this delicate and valuable product. Individual pieces of uni are carefully placed in small containers that provide protection while showcasing the product's visual appeal. The containers are filled with a small amount of filtered seawater that maintains moisture and prevents dehydration during storage and transport. For premium markets, uni packaging utilizes traditional wooden boxes that provide both protection and the authentic presentation that Japanese customers expect. These wooden boxes are lined with kelp or other seaweed that adds flavor while providing natural packaging material. Each box is carefully packed by hand with individual pieces arranged to maximize visual impact and minimize movement during shipping. Modified atmosphere packaging technology is increasingly used for uni products destined for longer transport times or retail markets. This packaging replaces air with carefully controlled gas mixtures that extend shelf life while maintaining optimal color and texture. The modified atmosphere packaging requires specialized equipment and precise gas mixture control to achieve optimal results without affecting product quality. Labeling systems for uni products provide detailed information about harvest date, processing facility, quality grade, and handling instructions. Advanced traceability systems allow customers to track their uni from the specific farm and tank where the sea urchins were raised through every step of processing and distribution. This traceability capability is essential for premium markets that demand complete transparency and quality assurance. Cold storage facilities for processed uni maintain precise temperature control between 32 and 36 degrees Fahrenheit with humidity control systems that prevent dehydration. These storage systems include sophisticated monitoring and alarm systems that provide continuous oversight of environmental conditions. The storage duration for fresh uni is typically limited to 5 to 7 days to maintain optimal quality and safety. Distribution networks for processed uni span both domestic and international markets, with specialized logistics systems that maintain the cold chain from processing facility to final destination. Air freight systems enable overnight delivery of fresh uni to Japanese markets, while domestic distribution utilizes refrigerated ground transport to supply restaurants and retailers throughout the United States. The premium nature of uni requires partnership with specialized distributors who understand the unique handling requirements and market demands for this luxury product. These distribution partners maintain relationships with high-end restaurants, specialty retailers, and export customers who are willing to pay premium prices for consistent quality and reliable supply. The distribution network includes specialized storage facilities and handling procedures that maintain product integrity throughout the supply chain. Byproducts from sea urchin processing create additional revenue streams that improve the overall economics of farming operations. Sea urchin shells are processed into calcium carbonate supplements and soil amendments that provide valuable nutrients for agricultural applications. The shell material is carefully cleaned, sterilized, and ground to produce consistent particle sizes for different market applications. Sea urchin spine extract contains bioactive compounds that are researched for pharmaceutical and cosmetic applications. The spines are processed to extract these valuable compounds using specialized extraction techniques that preserve their biological activity. Research continues into the potential therapeutic applications of these compounds, with promising results for anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. Processing wastewater from sea urchin operations is treated and recycled to minimize environmental impact while recovering valuable nutrients. Advanced water treatment systems remove organic matter and sterilize the water for reuse in facility operations. The recovered nutrients can be concentrated and sold as fertilizer products for agricultural applications. The culinary applications for premium uni extend far beyond traditional sushi preparation, with innovative chefs incorporating this luxury ingredient into diverse culinary creations. The rich, creamy texture and intense oceanic flavor make uni suitable for pasta dishes, risottos, and contemporary fusion cuisine that commands premium prices in high-end restaurants. The versatility of uni has helped expand its market beyond traditional Japanese cuisine into broader luxury dining segments. Uni's nutritional profile provides exceptional value for health-conscious consumers willing to invest in premium nutrition. This delicacy is rich in high-quality protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and essential minerals including zinc, iron, and vitamin A. The unique combination of nutrients in Uni provides significant health benefits while delivering an unparalleled culinary experience that justifies its premium pricing. The texture and flavor characteristics of properly processed Uni represent the pinnacle of seafood luxury, with the finest specimens displaying a creamy, custard-like consistency and complex flavor notes that combine sweetness, brininess, and umami richness. This exceptional sensory experience has made Uni a favorite among food connoisseurs and celebrity chefs who feature it prominently in their most exclusive menu offerings. Sustainability aspects of sea urchin farming address many of the environmental concerns associated with wild harvest fisheries while providing additional ecological benefits. Farmed sea urchins reduce pressure on wild populations that have been over-harvested in many regions, while cultivation systems can be designed to provide environmental services like nutrient removal and habitat enhancement. The controlled production systems eliminate bycatch and habitat damage associated with wild harvest operations. The integration of sea urchin farming with kelp cultivation creates beneficial ecological relationships that enhance the sustainability of both operations. Sea urchins consume excess kelp biomass, while their waste products provide nutrients for kelp growth, creating a closed-loop system that maximizes resource utilization. This integrated approach demonstrates how innovative aquaculture can provide environmental benefits while producing valuable food products. Energy efficiency in sea urchin farming continues to improve through adoption of renewable energy systems and optimization of cultivation techniques. Solar and wind power systems now supply significant portions of the energy needs for many facilities, while improved system design reduces pumping and heating requirements. These efficiency improvements reduce the carbon footprint of Uni production while improving economic sustainability. Research and development efforts in sea urchin aquaculture focus on genetic improvement, nutritional optimization, and production system advancement. Selective breeding programs are developing strains with improved growth rates, gonad quality, and disease resistance. These genetic improvements promise to enhance both production efficiency and product quality while reducing cultivation costs. The integration of artificial intelligence and automated monitoring systems is revolutionizing sea urchin farm management through real-time monitoring of water quality, growth rates, and behavioral patterns. Machine learning algorithms analyze vast amounts of data to optimize feeding schedules, predict optimal harvest timing, and detect potential problems before they impact production. This technology improves efficiency while reducing labor requirements and management costs. Advanced water treatment and recirculation technology continues to evolve, enabling higher production densities while maintaining optimal environmental conditions. New filtration systems, biological treatment processes, and water quality monitoring equipment allow farmers to achieve greater control over growing conditions while reducing water usage and environmental impact. The economic impact of sea urchin farming extends throughout coastal communities, creating high-value employment opportunities and supporting related industries including equipment manufacturing, feed production, and specialized services. The premium nature of Uni production generates significantly higher economic returns per unit of production compared to traditional fisheries, making it an attractive option for economic development in coastal regions. International market opportunities for American Uni continue to expand as global demand for luxury seafood grows and consumers become more familiar with this unique product. American producers have established strong reputations for quality and consistency in Japanese markets while developing new opportunities in European and other Asian markets where Uni consumption is growing rapidly. Training and workforce development have become essential components of the sea urchin industry's continued growth and success. Specialized training programs develop the technical skills needed for modern aquaculture operations, while processing facilities require skilled workers who can maintain the exacting quality standards demanded by luxury markets. Educational institutions are developing curricula that address the unique requirements of sea urchin cultivation and processing. Food safety protocols in sea urchin farming and processing exceed the standards required for most other seafood products, reflecting both the premium nature of the product and the international markets it serves. Comprehensive HACCP programs, regular third-party audits, and advanced traceability systems ensure product safety while meeting the regulatory requirements of multiple international markets. The transformation of sea urchins from marine pests to luxury aquaculture products represents one of the most remarkable success stories in modern American agriculture. What began as experimental research projects has evolved into a sophisticated industry that produces millions of premium uni annually, while supporting hundreds of jobs in coastal communities across the United States. From the moment sea urchin eggs are fertilized in controlled breeding facilities to the final presentation of perfect uni in world-class restaurants, every step represents the application of cutting-edge science and precision management. The complex breeding programs that produce superior genetics, the sophisticated cultivation systems that optimize growth and quality, and the meticulous processing facilities that extract and preserve the precious gonads all work together to create a product that consistently exceeds the expectations of the most demanding customers. The industrial scale and technological sophistication of modern sea urchin farming demonstrate how innovative thinking and scientific advancement can create entirely new agricultural opportunities. The combination of marine biology research, engineering innovation, and entrepreneurial vision has established an industry that not only serves growing global demand for luxury seafood, but does so while maintaining the highest standards of sustainability and quality. Thank you for joining us on AgriCraft for this incredible journey through the world of sea urchin farming and uni processing. The next time you encounter this extraordinary delicacy in a fine dining establishment, you'll have a deep appreciation for the remarkable combination of science, technology, and craftsmanship that brought it from the ocean to your plate. If you found this exploration of cutting-edge marine agriculture as fun,